Hello paper crafters! For today's video I have a very special guest joining me. It's amazingly talented and popular Justine Hovey. I am sure a lot of you already know Justine, but if you happen not to, do check her out. Today each of us is going to make a multi-layered card, and we both have giveaways. I'll tell you more about the giveaway at the end of the video, and now let's move on to the project. So I have created this woodland scene 3D card. You can also call it a diorama or a shadow box. It has 6 layers to it and it can be easily folded up and unfolded again. When folded, it fits easily into 6x6 envelope and it can be mailed to a friend. So let's get started and see how to make it. To create a base for my card, I'll be using this die set by Becca Feakin. It's called Grand Arch 3D card. These 2 rectangles with tabs and slits are the sides of the box. We'll also need 5 panels cut out of white cardstock and 1 out of vellum. The next simple step is I'm going to take my front panel as well as the back panel and trim off those tiny tabs with the scissors. The remaining 4 panels should have those tabs. Now I'm going to decorate the front panel. I will need 3 die cuts. This die is called Grand Madison Arched Window, and I'm trimming everything that is inside the outline. I'm going to turn this window into a garden arch. So I'm centering the arch on a panel, aligning the bottom of the arch with the bottom of the panel, and tracing it on the inside with a pencil. Then I'll be using a craft knife as well as my scissors to cut out the opening. I'm cutting just outside the traced line, leaving about 1/16 of an inch border. If you are interested in the tools and supplies that I'm using, they will be listed on my blog as well as in the description. I'm going over the edges of the panel as well as the arch with antique linen distress ink. Next, I'm going to bring in the brick texture embossing folder by Sizzix, and I'm inking up one side of the folder using the same ink, antique linen. Then I'm placing the arched panel inside the folder, closing it up, and then I'm going to send it through the die cut machine. This is a great way to add both texture and color to the project. I'm going to stack the 3 arch die cuts to create one-dimensional piece. I'm using the liquid glue to attach them, which is Ranger Multi-Medium Matte. Layering die cuts is one of my favorite techniques. It's a great and easy way to add more texture. This set of dies is called GARLAND Greenery. It's by Memory Box, and I'm going to use it to create some trailing plants. I'm kind of twisting the branches around the arch and attaching them with a little bit of glue. Each time I'm making sure that the bottom end of the branch is hidden behind the arch. This way we'll have an illusion that these are the parts of one and the same plant. I'm also going to attach a couple of branches right onto the bricked panel, and again I'm making sure that the ends of the branches are hidden behind the arch. When all the greenery is attached, I'm applying some glue at the wrong side of the arch and sticking it onto its place. I'll be using a large acrylic block to hold it down until the glue dries. The front panel is now finished, and I'll be working on the next 4 ones. I'm going to use the 4 Woodland dies by Memory Box to create my layered scene. Those dies can be used separately or as a set. I will list their names in the description. So I have positioned the die right behind the arch. I'm securing it with the washi tape and running it through the die cut machine. And this is the result that I should get at this point. Now I'm going to place this panel on top of the next one, and I'm going to use the next size of the woodland scene dies. Again, I am making sure it's placed right behind the previous one. I'm securing it and then I'm die cutting it. I'm going to repeat exactly the same process with the remaining 2 layers. Now when all the panels are die cut, I'm ready to assemble the shadow box. This element is the side of the box. It has 2 narrow tabs at each side, and I'm just going to fold it. It's easy to do because the crease lines are already created by the die. Then I'm going to apply 1/8 of an inch double-sided tape at all 4 tabs. I'm going to start assembling the box with the last panel, and I'll be moving on to the front one. My back panel is a plain piece of vellum, so I'm peeling off the protective tape and I'm attaching the vellum to the tab. I'm using a bone folder to press it down, this way it will be well stuck. Then I'm going to attach the second side piece exactly the same way. You have to make sure that the little slits are positioned closer to the bottom of the box. To attach the panels, you have to push the little tabs into the slits, and then you kind of pull down the panel until it lines up with the bottom of the box. This way the panel is locked into its place and it's not going to fall off. I'm moving from back onto front, so I'm starting with the smallest image and moving on to the largest one. And then I'm going to attach the tabs on the other side exactly the same way. To attach the front panel, I'm peeling off the lining from the tabs, then aligning the edge of the panel with the box and pressing the tab nicely to stick. Then I'm also sticking it to the other side, and the box is ready. I'm just going to add some little elements to bring this woodland scene to life, and the first one is going to be this cottage. I've die cut it out of white cardstock, and I'm coloring the house itself with antique linen, leaving the smaller elements white. And then I'm going to assemble it. But before I do it, I'm going to add some extra texture to it using the ruler and a thin stylus. I'm just tracing some parallel horizontal lines to represent wood planks. Then I'm applying some liquid glue at the wrong side of the cottage, avoiding the chimney area. And I'm sticking it onto a scrap piece of vellum. Then I'm going to fussy cut the image. I'm placing the scissors behind the chimney to trim off all the extra vellum. Then I'm applying some adhesive just around the windows and sticking the frames. Needle applicator bottle is really convenient for this purpose. Then I'm applying some glue right onto the vellum to attach the door, and then I'll be also attaching the roof. When the cottage is assembled, I'm applying some liquid glue at the wrong side, just at the bottom, and then I'm sliding it into my diorama, and I'm actually attaching it to the layer number 4. I'm folding up the box to press it down onto its place, and now it's attached nicely. The next image I'm going to use is this row. I have already colored it with antique linen, and now I'm adding more shading with tea-dye distress ink. I will also add some white spots onto her back using the white gel pen. I have already applied the glue. Now I'm placing the image inside the diorama, and I'll be attaching it to the layer number 2. Again, I'm folding up the box to press it down. The last little die cut I'm going to attach is this tiny bird. I'm applying a tiny bit of glue onto the branches, and then I'm attaching the die cut. And this is what the finished project looks like. You can see it has a lot of dimension, and because the back panel is vellum, it can look very interesting when backlit. It also fits easily into 6x6 envelope. And now to the giveaway. I'm giving away the die called Tender Tulip. It's by Poppy Stamps, plus some little extras. All you have to do is to comment on this video, and the prize will go to one random commenter. I will announce the winner next Monday. I wish you good luck, and now I suggest that you move on to Justine's video and watch what she has prepared for you and check out her giveaway. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again next time.